Good morning, students. Myself, G. Radha, Senior Lecturer in CCP from Government Polytechnic for Women, Warangal. In today's class, we'll be dealing with the topics. We'll be discussing about the topics. What are the functions of mouse, scanner, and printer? And what are the uses of OCR, MICR, and what are the various types of printers and different generations of computers? So these are the topics we are going to deal in today's class. In yesterday class, we have already discussed on the topics what are the functions of a motherboard, what is motherboard, what are the functions of a motherboard, what are different types of input output units, and what is keyboard, what is the layout of the keyboard, and functions of keyboard. Now, in today's class, we'll be dealing with the topics functions of mouse, functions of scanner, what is a mouse, what is scanner, what are its functions, what is a printer, what are its functions, and what is OCR, MICR, and what are its uses, what are the various types of printers, and different generations of computers. Okay, students, let us start actual topic. So, what is a mouse? What is mouse? It is an input device. Okay, students, we have already discussed in the previous classes what are the input and output devices. What are the main input devices we have is a keyboard and mouse. So, mouse is an input device, enables us to scroll around or navigate around computer screen. Okay, students. So, there will be an arrow which is recognized as a mouse pointer. It is a pointer which is recognized as a existence of mouse on the screen through which we can scroll around or navigate around the computer screen. Okay, students. Now here you can see this is a mouse pointer. See, I'm using a mouse pointer here. This is an arrow which is nothing but a mouse pointer. Now these are the next slide. In the next slide, it is showing the pictures of different types of mouse. That is models of mouse you can see here. Scroll mouse. Okay, different types of mouse you can see here. These are the mouses existing in the market. Okay, students. Now, what are the functions of mouse? Let us come into the actual topic. Functions of mouse. So, first point, to move the cursor on the computer screen. First function of mouse is to move the cursor on the computer screen, to give instructions to computer. Second point. Third point, to run programs and applications. Okay, students. So, what are the functions of mouse? To move the cursor on the computer screen, to give instructions to the computer, to run programs and applications. It can be used to select menu commands. Okay, students, can be used to select the menu commands in an applications. Move icons, size windows, start programs, close windows. These are the functions which are used for moving the icons, for sizing the windows, for starting the programs and closing the windows, etc. are the functions of mouse. So this slide, in the next slide, we are discussing about the mouse actions. So mouse, okay, mouse, it contains the parts of the mouse is, you can see here the picture of mouse. Here you have a left button, right button, and middle button. Okay, students, and there will be scrolling ball at the bottom of the mouse which is used for scrolling. So this slide is discussing about the mouse actions. With mouse, the following actions can be performed, that is click, right click, double click, drag and drop. Click means when you click on the left button, it is click. When you click on the right button, it is right click. Okay, when you double clicking, when you click double times on the left button is double clicking. Drag and drop in is nothing but when you click on the left button and just move the mouse over the screen is nothing but select a picture, select a item, with the left button and then move over to other place and then leave the left button is nothing but drag and drop. Okay students, these are the mouse actions. Now let us go to the next topic is, so we have seen what is a mouse, what are the functions of mouse, how mouse looks. Okay, we have seen the picture here, and what are the functions of mouse and what are the mouse actions. Now let us go to the next topic is scanner. What is a scanner? An optical device that reads a printed page or transparency and converts it into a graphics image and store them in your computer. Okay, scanner is nothing but it is an optical device, okay students, that reads a printed page or transparency and converts it into a graphics image and store them in your computer. This is nothing but it scans the data and then keep in the converts that into the graphics image and stores in the computer system. The scanner does not recognize or differentiate in any manner the content of the material it is scanning. Okay, that is nothing but it does not recognize or differentiate any matter of content of the material it is scanning. Same it is scanning. Okay, whatever is there in the file. So this is scanner. This is nothing but this slide shows you the picture. Okay, this is Epson scanner, mostly we use in college. Okay students, this is Epson scanner. So what are the functions of scanner? So okay students, what is a scanner? An optical device that reads a printed page and converts it into graphics image and store them in your computers. This is a scanner. So what are the functions of scanner? Functions of scanner: let us scan and edit pictures. That is the functions of scanner is scanning and editing pictures, photocopy the pictures or crop the picture to make them smaller. Okay, what we are doing, scanner it will do what, will scan and edit pictures. We can scan and we can edit the pictures using the scanner. That is first function. Second function is photocopy the pictures or crop the picture to make them smaller. So we are creating a photocopy of the pictures, and then we can crop the picture to make them smaller using the scanner. Okay students, so this is about scanner we have seen. Now let us move to the next topic is printer. So what is a printer? So we have already discussed, it is an output device, okay, used to take a hard copy of the file stored in a computer. That is nothing but it will put all the contents of the data contents which are present in the computers on a paper. That is hard copy. We have already discussed in the previous class, that is hard copy of file stored in a computer, that is putting it on a paper. Whatever is stored in the computer system will be put it on the paper is nothing but a printer, output device. Two basic qualities associated with printers are resolution and print speed. Main important, while suppose you want to buy a printer, mainly while buying a printer we should go into two important basic qualities, that is resolution and speed, print speed. Okay, resolution is measured as number of dots per inch, dpi. Then speed is measured in pages per minute, like this ppm, that is pages per minute. So these are the two basic qualities associated with the printer. Next topic we'll be discussing about the functions of printer. So we have seen students what is printer. So here picture, this is a picture of a printer you can see here. Okay, then we'll go to the next topic is what are the functions of printer. The functions of printer is to turn digital data into printed media. Okay, the main function of printer is to turn digital data into printed media. This could be text or it could be graphic output. One of the earliest printers to come with personal computers was the dot matrix. Olden days, the printer they used to use is dot matrix printer. There are two types of printers, impact and non-impact. Impact printers strike the paper with ink to leave behind an impression. Dot matrix printers are an example of printers that impact the paper a line at a time. Okay, students? So, what is the functions of printer? Is to turn digital data into printed media, that is text or graphic output. So in olden days, the printer they used to use is dot matrix printer. Actually, we have two types of printers, that is impact printer and non-impact printer. Impact printers are dot matrix printers that impact the paper a line at a time. That is nothing but a strike the paper with ink to leave behind an impression. Non-impact printers create an effect on paper without an impact. An example of inkjet printer which sprays ink from a cartridge while the paper rolls by it. Okay, here what will happen, it will go on printing with a, there will be a printer impact, that is nothing but a impression. It creates an impression using an impact printer, but non-impact printers are nothing but a inkjet printers. Nowadays they are using is nothing but a, that is inkjet printers which spray ink from a cartridge while the paper rolls by it. Okay, mostly they are using nowadays is a laser printers. Laser printers uses lasers at attract ink to paper, to attract ink to paper, laser printers. Okay, nowadays the latest printers they are using is laser printers. Next function of printer is individual printers can vary in the speed, color, resolutions and memory they each have. Resolutions of printers is usually measured by dots per inch or dpi. Okay. Users often measure speed in a printer by sheets per minute. Slower printers might do 3 or 4 sheets per minute. Okay, users often measure speed in a printer. All these nothing but a functions of printer. Actually, they print. We print the speed of the printer depends, will be measured in a different ways. That is nothing but a per inch or dpi. There are also variety of different ways of sending data to a printer. The parallel plug interface was a common one. Newer printers use methods such as wireless transmission or a USB port. The newer Firewire technology also often works with printers. Okay, that is nothing but parallel plug interface was a common one. Parallel plug means that is not connected to the USB ports. Okay, students, different types of printers vary with the dots per inch or DPM. Okay, these are the functions of printer. Okay, students, till now we have discussed about the, that is what is a mouse, what are the functions of mouse, and we have also seen what is scanner, what are the functions of scanner, what is printer, what are the functions of printer. And now let us go to the next topic is what is OCR and MICR. So what is OCR? Full form of OCR is optical character recognition. It is an input device. Okay, OCR is an input device. Full form is optical character recognition. Is the mechanical or electronic translation of images of handwritten, typewritten, or printed text into a machine editable text. Okay, student, is the mechanical or electronic translation of images of handwritten into machine editable text. It is nothing but translation. That is nothing but a, we are transmitting. That is OCR. Is a scanning technology but not a printer. It just scans the data. OCR reads at a rate of OCR reads at a rate of 2400 characters per minute. The OCR devices are expensive and are used only when there are large quantities of documents to be keyed in. Okay, students. So this is nothing but a These are used when there is a large quantity of documents to be scanned. Okay. Suppose, for example, uh, entrances will be having uh, thousands of thousands and lakhs of students will be writing the entrance examinations. So we use, that is nothing but a OMR sheets. OMR sheets can be, that is a corrections can be used, that is scanned by using this OCR, optical character recognition. This is a machine which is used for valuation of OMR sheets in polyset entrances. Okay, students, for example, now let us go to the next topic is, so this is OCR is optical character recognition. Now next topic is MICR, magnetic ink character recognition. So it is used exclusively by the banking industry for processing checks. Okay, students. So MICR is nothing but a magnetic ink character recognition which is used by banking for processing the checks. These devices use a special magnetic ink that contains iron oxide particles to print characters. Okay, students, it contains a iron oxide, that is a material for printing the characters. So the check slip is preceded along the bottom with the account number and bank's identification number. Okay. So for processing checks in the bank, this MICR is magnetic ink character recognitions are used. Here the check slip is preceded with the bottom. Here we have in the bottom, at the bottom you can see the account number and bank identification number. Check sample for a fictional bank in Canada using par crossing MICR encoding for cashing in the United States. Okay, students, a sample of picture is given here about the check, how it is processed by using MICR, magnetic ink character recognition. Next, these are printed with magnetic ink, can read at the rate of 2500 checks per minute. Okay, MICR is such a machine, it can read 2500 checks per minute. Okay, students, so this is a machine you can see here, picture. He has given the picture here. Magnetic ink character recognition can only recognize the characters, cannot verify the signatures. MICR is magnetic ink character recognition. The name itself understands, we can, by reading the full form itself we can understand it can only recognize the character but not the signatures. Okay, students, so this is about MICR. So we have seen what is optical character recognition and what is magnetic ink character recognition. Now let us proceed to the next topic is, what are the types of printers. So we have already seen what is a printer, is an output device used to take a hard copy of files stored in a computer. And what are the types of printers? Now let us discuss. So what are the types of printers we have is inkjet printer, laser printer, plotters, plotters printer, dot matrix printer, thermal printer. So some of the printers, types of printers, that is 5 types of printers we are going to discuss in today's class. Now let us proceed to the first type of printer is inkjet printer. Okay, student, one of the most common user friendly printers. What is inkjet printer? It is one of the most common user friendly printer, easy to use and handle, works by propelling variably sized droplets of liquid or molten material onto almost any medium. Okay, it contains something, there is nothing but a propelling variably sized droplets of liquid or molten material, ink, for printing. Low cost, high quality of output, capable of printing in glowing color. Okay, It is a type of color printer. Okay, students. Superior to other type of printers, very fast and easy to use. Okay, this is inkjet printer. So one of the most common user friendly printer, and it prints color. It is used for printing the color. So this is a first type of printer. Now let us go to the second type of printer is lasers, laser printer. What is this laser printer? You could have seen in the offices, big offices. So this is a picture about the, so this is a picture of the inkjet printer. Now next type of printer is laser printer. Here, so this is a picture you can see here, students. I think most of you have seen this type of printer in offices. Okay, in these printers, now let us see what is this laser printers. In these printers, an electronically controlled laser beam traces out the desired character to be printed on the photoconductive drum. Okay, this is how it is working. Now laser printers, how they work: electronically controlled laser beam traces out the desired character to be printed on a photoconductive drum. A drum is rolling, a drum will be rolling on the laser printers. The attracts ink toner on the exposed areas. The images the image is transferred to the paper which comes in contact with the drum. Okay, students. So produces output page by page. So this is laser printer. So in laser printer, what will happen? Mainly a drum will act. Mainly a drum is used for printing the characters, which contains an ink toner. Okay, students. Photoconductive drum we can say here. Next, so this is laser printers. Now let us see the next type of printer is plotter printer. So this is plotter printer. Interprets command. What is plotter printer? Interprets commands from the computer to make line drawings on a paper using multicolored automated pens. Okay, I think that is nothing but a, what it will do. It interprets commands from the computer to make line drawings on a paper. Okay, using multicolored automated pens. Okay, very useful in drawing graphs, bar charts, line drawing, and maps on rolls of paper. Just like flexi printers. Flexi printers, you see nowadays most of the people are going for flexi printers, that is very big, printing on a sheet, very big sheet. So in those cases for flexi printers they use plotter printer. Okay, students. Now let us go to the dot matrix printer. So you can see the picture here, plotter printer. Next is the dot matrix printer. So this is the oldest one actually. So dot matrix printer looks like a typewriting. Create characters by striking pens, sorry, by striking pins against an ink ribbon. Okay, students. Looks like a typewriter. Create a characters by striking pins against an ink ribbon. Okay, there will be some pins. It will be uh, striking against the ink ribbon. Each pin makes a dot, and combination of dots form characters and illustrations. Okay, just like a typewriting machine, what it will do? It will print with the dots all the characters. Next, involves mechanical pressure. What it will do? In dot matrix printer involves mechanical pressure, can create carbon copies and carbonless copies as well. Okay, so dot matrix printer is just like a typewriting machine which strikes the pins against the ink ribbon and makes a dot and combination of dots form characters and illustrations. Next, thermal printer. Next type of printer is thermal printer. Is an inexpensive printer that works by pushing heated pins against heat sensitive paper. Okay, I think you will be seeing that nowadays the people are for generating electricity bill, they're bringing to homes some type of printer machines, automated machines, printer that is nothing but thermal printer, generally used in calculators and fax machines. Okay, students. So thermal printers are generally used in calculators and fax machines for printing. Is an inexpensive printer that works by pushing heated pins against heat sensitive paper. So you can see the picture here, thermal printer. Then print faster and more quietly than dot matrix printer. More economical since it's consumable in the paper itself. Okay, students, it's more economical because it's consumable in the paper itself. It is faster than the dot matrix printers. Okay, students, so these are the five types of printers today in this class. In today's class, we have discussed that is inkjet printer, laser printer, plotters printer, dot matrix printer, thermal printer. Now let us proceed to the next topic is generation of computers. What is generation? Generations of what are the generations? What is the meaning of generation? Change. Change or improvement in the technology. So generations means change or improvement in the technology. To distinguish between varying hardware and software technologies is nothing but a generation. Okay, we are seeing that day by day the computers layout or software of the computers are changing. Suppose for example you can see operating systems also, that is in a 10, we can see we are using 8 in our computer lab, but we have got 10. Okay, 10, 12. Okay, the improvement in the software and even improvement in the hardware, that is nothing but a, you can see the layout, that is a uh, computers there, that is nothing but a how that monitors will be changing, layout of the monitors are changing, that is nothing but a generations of computers. Now let us proceed to the, so what are the generations of computers we have is a first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation and fifth generation. So today in this class we are going to discuss about the five generations of computers. Now let us see what is first generation of computer. So first generation of computers is between the year 1946 to 1960. Here between 1946 to 1960 they used to use a vacuum tubes. Okay, as a computer system, this is a picture. It is showing the slide. Okay, so students, you can see here they used to use a vacuum tubes, limited storage capacity with slow speed and symbolic language programming, huge size, problems of overheating. Okay, this is the first generation. First the computer has come with the vacuum tubes, like a vacuum tubes between 1946 to 1960. Now let us proceed to the second generation of computer. What is second generation of computer? Here it is between 1960 to 65. In between 1960 to 65 they used to use transistors, diodes. Okay, in first generation they used to use vacuum tubes. In second generation they used to use transistors, diodes, increased storage capacity. These are the points on second generation. First one is use of transistors and diodes. Second, increased storage capacity. Third point is faster speed. Fourth point, reduction in size and heat generation. Fifth is high level programming language. So all these are used in the second generation computers that between 1960 to 65. Okay students. In third, that is nothing but a high level programming language is COBOL, Fortran. These are the languages, high level programming languages they used to use in second generation computers between 1960 to 1965. This is about transistor. So picture here in this slide, he's showing the picture. A picture is shown that is nothing but a transistor. Transistor is like this. Okay students. Next, third generation computers. So third generation computers is between 1965 to 1970. Okay students, third generation computers is between the year 1965 to 1970. What they used to use is integrated circuits. So IC, integrated circuits, that is nothing but a chips. You can see here picture, in this picture, more flexibility with input output, smaller size and better performance. So these are the nothing but the features of third generation computers is they used to use integrated circuits, more flexibility with input output, smaller size and better performance, extensive use of high level programming, remote processing and time sharing. So this is about the third generation computers, that is ICs they used to integrated circuits. Next is fourth generation computer. What is this fourth generation computer? Is between is from 1985 onwards. Okay students, it is from 1985 onwards, that is fourth generation computer. Here in fourth generation computers they used to use large scale and very large scale integrated circuits, and some of the features of fourth generation computers is increased storage, considerably faster and smaller, modular design versatility and compatibility, sophisticated programs and language for special applications, increased use of microcomputers, that is PCs. Increased use of microcomputers is PCs, personal computers they used to use in fourth generation computers, that is 1985 onwards. So fifth generation computers is what? That is from 1971 to 1985. The fifth generation computers is between the year 1971 to 1985. Here, very large scale integrating VLSI gave rise to microprocessor chip. One chip smaller than the size of a single nail may replace thousands and thousands of components like transistors, capacitors, and resistors. This technology gave birth to microcomputers. Okay, in fifth generation computers, microcomputers came into existence, that is between 1971 and 71 to 1985. Okay students, so these are the different generations of computers we are discussing in today's class. That is first generation is between 1946 to 1960, second generation is between 1960 to 1965, third generation is between 1965 to 1970, that is integrated circuits. Here second generation is transistor, first generation is vacuum tubes. Okay, fourth generation is PCs, fifth generation is microcomputers. Microcomputers, VLSI, that is very large scale integrating. Here in the slide is showing a table and comparison between the generations of computers. It is giving some points in a tabular form. It is discussing. Now let us see here. The first column is about first generation computers. Second column is about second generation computers. and third column is about third generation computers. Fourth is about fourth generation computers. First generation computers, use of vacuum tubes. Second generation, use of transistors and diodes. Third generation, use of integrated circuits. Fourth generation, use of large scale and very large scale integrated circuits. Next, second point, limited storage capacity, increased storage capacity. That is, first generation is limited storage capacity, second generation increased storage capacity, third generation more flexibility with input output, third generation, fourth generation increased storage. Next, third point under first generation computers is slow speed, under second generation computers fast speed, under third generation computers smaller size and better performance, under fourth generation computers is considerably faster and smaller. Fourth type of fourth fourth point on first generation computers, symbolic language programming, huge size. Under second generation computers, reduction in size and heat generation. Under third generation computers, extensive use of high level programming languages. Under fourth generation computers, modular design, versatility and compatibility. Then the fifth point is under first generation computers is problems of overheating. Under second generation computers, fifth point is high level programming language, that is COBOL, Fortran. Then under third generation computer is remote processing and time sharing. Under fourth generation computers is sophisticated programs and languages for special applications. Increased use of microcomputers, that is PCs. So okay students, in today's class, so these are the topics we have discussed: functions of mouse, functions of scanner, functions of printer, use of OCR and MICR, various types of printers and different generations of computer. Now let us go to the quick quiz part. Let us see some questions under quiz part. First question, functions key. Functions keys are also known as. First question, and the options given is: first option character key, non character key, soft key, typing key. So what is the answer here? Soft keys. Function keys are also known as soft keys. Now second question, let us see the second question. Control keys and functions key are found in option printer, mouse, keyboard, motherboard. So where we can see control keys and function keys? That is keyboard. Okay students. Now let us go to the third question. What is third question? The click of the mouse means pressing the dash button. Which button? Options he has given: right button, middle button, left button. What is the answer here? Left button. Okay students, which I have already discussed in the class. Next, MICR. Next question is, MICR stands for, option he has given: micro ink character remover, macro inverter code remover, magnetic ink character recognition, magnetic ink character remover. So what is the answer here? Magnetic ink character recognition. Okay students. Next question, UNIVAC. UNIVAC is a first option he has given: fifth generation computer, second generation computer, first generation computer, third generation computer. What is the answer? First generation computer. UNIVAC. UNIVAC is a first generation computer. Next question. The computer which are made with large scale integrated circuits are options: first generation computer, third generation computer, fourth generation computer, second generation computer. Answer is fourth generation computer. Okay students, here we have some match the following questions here. The right side, A first generation computer, B second generation computer, C third generation computer, and D fourth generation computer. Left side, on the sorry on the right left side we have discussed. On the right side, first, that is first point is transistors, second is large scale integrated LSI, vacuum tubes, integrated chips. So we have to match here. So first generation will be vacuum tubes. What is second generation? Transistors. What is third generation? Integrated chips. What is fourth generation? Large scale integrated LSI. Okay students. Now in the next slide we'll see the list of frequently asked questions in the previous end exams. We have these are the slides is giving the list of frequently asked questions in the end exam. First question is, what are the functions of mouse? What are the functions of scanner? Third question, what are the functions of printers? Fourth question, list the uses of OCR and MICR. Fifth question, list different types of printers. Sixth question, explain about inkjet printer, laser printer, plotters printer, dot matrix printer, thermal printer. Seventh question, explain how the computers are classified according to generations. Okay students, this is slide which is giving you the list of questions which has already been asked in the previously asked end exams. Okay students, so in today's class, so we have discussed about the topics, that is, so what is a mouse, what are the functions of mouse, what is scanner, what are the functions of scanner, what is a printer, what are the functions of printer, and various types of printers we have seen. And we have also seen what are the uses of OCR and MICR and different generations of computers. Okay students, I think you have understood these points in today's class. So I'll end the session here. Bye students, bye for now, bye for today.